Greetings to you all. Welcome to our daily devotion. Today being Tuesday, the 25th of October, we thank God for the gift of life. Today we are remembering Crispin and Crispinian, Martyrs of Rome, century 287. We are going to read from John chapter 13, verse 12 to 20. After he had washed their feet, he put on his robe and returned to the table. He said to them, "Do you know what I have done to you? You call me teacher and Lord, and you are right, for this is what I am. So if I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. For I have set you an example that you also should do as I have done to you. Very truly I tell you, servants are not greater than their master, nor are messengers greater than the one who sent them. If you know these things, you are blessed if you do them. I am not speaking of all of you. I know whom I have chosen, but it is to fulfill the scripture. The one who ate at my table has lifted his heel against me. I tell you this now, before it occurs, so that when it does occur, you may believe that I am he. Very truly I tell you, whoever receives one whom I send receives me, and whoever receives me receives him whom I have sent." Israelites, like any other ancient peoples, wore sandals instead of shoes, and they usually went barefoot in the house. This means that frequent washing of the feet was a necessity and not a luxury. Among the Israelites, it was the first duty of the host to give the guests water for the washing of the feet. Failure to perform this gesture was a sign of marked unfriendliness. It was also customary to wash the feet before meals and before going to bed. To abstain for a long time from washing them was a sign of deep mourning. In today's text, we read Jesus washing the feet of his disciples before the meal and later instructed the disciples to emulate the same. This means that it was no longer an ordinary gesture of hygiene, but something fundamentally theological. Therefore, I would like to unpack this theological meaning of foot washing. What is foot washing? Dan Folden gives 6 explanations for the meaning of foot washing, but for this devotion, for the sake of time, I will just focus on 3 of those 6 meanings. The first one, he says foot washing is a humble disposition that regularly places the needs of others ahead of our needs. The washing of the feet of the guest or of the master was done by the wife or a servant. These were people in the hierarchy of marginalized people in the society. Therefore, by washing the feet of his disciples, Jesus was now redefining what it means to be a leader. A leader should be humble and be ready to serve. Number 2, he says foot washing is the second step in showing hospitality when we welcome a person with honor and respect. The first is the invitation to relationship. The practice of foot washing was originally an act of hospitality in Palestinian homes, performed for the guests who wore sandals and walked on dusty roads. Hospitality, brothers and sisters, is one of the significant identity markers for a Christian. Number 3, he says foot washing is an act of obedience to our teacher and Lord, to take the role of a servant and messenger. Since Jesus instructed his disciples to do the same, serving others today is now a sign of obedience to our Master. Are we prepared to go out and serve? Have a pleasant day, and remember to wash one another's feet. Susanete,